Contact free. Close. Contact free.
Contact. To the back of... Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to another edition of the V8 Supercar America Series, presented right here on V8's Online, or by V8's Online, might I add. I'm JD Smith. With me tonight to call all the action will be my good friend, Kane Kraft. Kane, it's got another big week of racing, and we head to a V8 Supercar track, the Phillip Island circuit, and one of my favorite places to go down in Victoria, Australia. This place is legendary. I love visiting this track, and as always, it's just such a treat. We've had some really good racing here in the past, and it looks like we're in for another one in this sprint race. With 23 laps, it's sure to be exciting.
Definitely a favorite track of so many drivers here in the V8 Supercars America Series. All but one. Marlon McMullen has voiced his opinion so many times that he just is not good here. It's not that he don't like the track. He actually likes the track well, but current points leader doesn't do so well here at Phillip Island, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on here tonight.
Yeah, point leader going to have to try to get a decent finish on a track he, like you said, he's not real big on. And we'll be keeping a close eye on him just to kind of see if he's able to hold up. What are the point standings right now? Of course, I'll probably just put you on the spot there. But if you do have them around, we'll pull them up.
I don't think that they were posted this week. I didn't see them anyway. But I just know Marlon McMullen is leading the points. And that's about as much as I know, as much as I remember from last week anyway.
Well, I figured he was. If we remember from last week, he was in the lead, and then he had a really good finish last week. So he should still be in the lead with a pretty comfortable lead. I mean, he's not by any means clinched the title, but he's definitely got the lead. But he has to be really careful moving forward. Don't want to get comfortable and have that feeling of, oh, I've got this thing under control. Any mess-ups from here on out can still really shake things up, and some pretty difficult tracks coming up to close out our 2015 Season 1 season. So really excited. I'm just happy to get back out here. I have always been a fan of Phillip Island. I think it just produces some excellent racing. Had some words from Brenton O'Brien, a good buddy of ours, and he was telling me that track has been really slippery this time around. So we may see a little bit slower times than we have in the past. And if we look back to all of the tracks that we've run this season, Kane, every single track has been extremely slippery on the start. So this first lap this week is going to be very critical. I would not be surprised to see at least one or two guys mess their race up right on the first lap.
Finally got the server session to show up, so won't be long now and we'll be getting some videos.
Yeah, buddy, I had to get it to load up myself. It finally just appeared. And for those that got a chance to watch the night before, when we had a chance to watch the NASCAR iRacing series, boy, Wednesday, that was something else. I could not get on the server. It looks like we're not going to have that problem tonight. So super excited to get in here and get things loaded up. Boy, I tell you what, Kane, every time we come here, it gets me real excited. This is an actual track on the real-world V8 Supercar circuit. I mean, this is one of the real boys, and it just, I don't know, it gives you a certain feeling when you come here and watch the V8s, even in the sim world, on this track. It's just, I feel like this track was built for these cars. It's just the greatest, one of the top, I don't want to put a number by it, but I'll just say one of the top car track combos on the entire simulator.
Definitely. It's definitely a fun track. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's one of the only tracks that I can get on here and actually race with, well, not these guys, but with some of the other guys, and have a good time and be able to race with them. I think it's the amount of turns in the slow section that allows me to be able to keep up with them, or whatever the reason, I can have a good fun time on this track racing with some of the guys.
It really is a fun track. Even when we're just messing around on there and not even in a serious competition. But like today, we got some guys that really got to make up some points today. Maybe they're not as high in the point standings as they'd like to be, and we still have some guys that definitely have a possibility to maybe sneak up there and battle with Marlon McMullen for the 2015 Season 1 championship. And those guys have got to stay focused. They're going to come in today. We should see some pretty big names on the track today. Only 2 splits, but 2 full splits, and that makes for some exciting racing. It's going to be quite congested out there at the start, and we already talked about how slippery things are going to be here at Phillip Island, and you've got to be careful. I'm very concerned about how these guys will be going into turn 2. We always tend to see some guys kind of pile up there. It really gets congested there. Got to be careful nobody gets hit in the rear and turned around, or even worse, somebody's day might end.
With just a few seconds left here, let's go through the starting grid as much as we can get in the next 10 seconds or so. Ian Ford is in the number 1 position. Bo Cubis in 2nd. Tony Autridge will roll off in 3rd. Michael Cracknell 4th. Nigel Baines 5th. Marty Carroll in 6th. Michael Fulcher in 7th. Jason Dickinson 8th. Marlon McMullen, in 9th. Samuel Collins in 10th. Caleb Jordan's going to roll off in 11th. Sanjan Delalic 12th. Max Wilsden in 13th. Jeff Gauke in 14th. Greg Sharp 15th. Roy Wyndham 16th. Isaac DeFigueiredo 17th. Victor Tanaka is in 18th. Jim Davey 19th. And Dale Neese 20th, with John Misford starting in the 21st position. And that is going to take us to the green flag, ladies and gentlemen, because the lights are coming on, the revs are getting ready to start, and we will be going very soon.
Yeah, man, we're ready to go racing here. Phillip Island, guys, big time racing. We got 2 Maverick Weldon Holdens on the front row. They're revved up, and we're away. Green flag is waving, and these guys are off. All right, Kane, big start's going to be important. We are congested, just as I figured we would be, coming down into turn 1 now. Remember, slippery tires early. A lot of guys trying to make things happen. We got several side-by-side cars right off the start, and here we are at turn 2. Let's see if anybody has issues.
Ooh, it's close up there at the front with Ian Ford in the lead, Michael Cracknell in 2nd, Tony Autridge in 3rd. Tony's trying to make the move on Michael Cracknell.
Yeah, he really did a nice job. Tony Autridge found 2nd place. Now 2 Sim-Pit cars going at it behind Tony. That's Michael Cracknell, and behind him, Nigel Baines. Good to see Nigel up there. Here comes beside Nigel, it's going to be Bo Cubis, and Bo is into the picture as well. So Bo had a rough start, started in the 2nd position. Now he has fell all the way back to, 5th place it looks like. Who kicked up some dust and some cars back in the field. Everything still seems to be okay back there. Boy, it is really tight, Kane, in this top 10 right now. These cars are running bumper to bumper all the way to about 12th or 13th place. Very tight racing. All right, at the white checkered line here, the first lap will officially go in the books, and it will be led by Ian Ford in the number 5 Maverick Weldon Holden. A beautiful job from Ian there, and I believe that is Ian's first led lap of the season in a broadcasted race. Tony Autridge putting on the heat now. He is not far behind Kane. He is looking good in the Shell Helix Ford Falcon. That number 2 machine putting on some nice pressure right now on leader Ian Ford.
Yeah, definitely a close race up here at the front. Ian and Tony doing a great job up here at the front. Michael Cracknell doing a great job to keep these guys in sight. Just a couple car lengths back. Bo Cubis doing a great job as well. The top 5. Nigel Baines right there in the 5th position. This is going to be a great race, JD.
Yeah, already shaping up. We got a good battle on our hands right now with Marty Carroll in his sim pit Falcon, and right behind him, Marlon McMullen, the points leader, starting to come up in his Red Bull machine. Things are really tight as he's sandwiched in between two sim pit cars behind Marlon. That is Michael Fulcher. So right now the points leader is currently sandwiched in between teammates, and it's a Holden sandwiched between two Fords. Boy, it's funny. My Trading Paints just all of a sudden decided to do an upload, a paint upload, and it's really funny. Awesome paint for Bocubus today. He is rocking the Jack Daniels Holden, and that is a beautiful livery on that car.
Yeah, I believe Bocubus is now a privateer. He had been racing for Evolution, and I believe I heard that he's a lone wolf again. To the inside now.
Yeah.
Of Michael Cracknell. He's trying to get the move done.
He's got all the room in the world, but another advantage for the sim pit car of Michael Cracknell, and a beautiful job to retain that position. Michael Cracknell holds on right now. And I want to take that back. Once my paint's uploaded, Tony Ottridge is in the TTR Falcon today. That livery that I saw was from last week.
Are you seeing the blue one?
TTR Ford Falcon for Mr. Second place driver Tony Ottridge. You did get a copy on me, right, buddy?
Yep.
Okay, I was
That's
making
the
sure
same
you
one
could hear
I'm
me.
showing, so that's good.
Okay.
Good news.
Right now, we're about to get a little bit of some pressure for our leader, Ian Ford, up there in the Maverick Weldon, the Holden. He's looking really good. He's looked good all since the green flag has waved here at Phillip Island. Remember, only 23 laps in our sprint run tonight, and already it looks really good for Tony Ottridge. He is staying within a car length of the leader, maybe a car length and a half at the least. And he is definitely very, very, very competitive right now. Just keeping the car smooth, wait until those tire pressures even out. And it should be about that time. We're on lap number 4 already.
Bocubus did manage to get by Michael Cracknell back about half a lap ago. And Nigel Bain's now working real hard on the bumper of Mick Cracknell.
Is it Mick Kane? I thought it was Michael Cracknell or Mike.
It is, but he goes by Mick.
Okay, I heard you say that. I didn't know. I didn't want to be saying it wrong.
I call him both. Just depends how much time I feel like I got to get the word out.
10-4. Got some good racing going on behind in this group as Marlon McMullen in the Red Bull. Oh, he gets really loose, Kane. And he's not in the black Red Bull paint. Got some color this week, and it looks really good. A really unique paint. Oh, we got a car in the grass. That's Michael Fulcher. And he just came a little bit wide on the final turn as they head down the front stretch here at Phillip Island. He's going to have to try to regain some composure there. But Michael Fulcher really, that didn't cost him much time at all. He just came in a little bit too hot on the exit. Jason Dixon is behind him, currently in the 9th position. And it looks like a new paint for Jason today as he's in the Velocity Ford Falcon, a good-looking paint on the 11 car. And he's looking ahead right now at catching Michael Fulcher. We'll see if he gets up there.
Let's check in real quick on our young gun in the top split tonight. Caleb Jordan back in the number 12 position in the Kimmy's Rule Fencing. Can't tell. There we go. Holden. So,
How about this? How about old buddy Jim Davey out there on the track right now? He's trying to run down Dale Niche. Jim Davey in the Freightliner Holden is what I'm showing for him right now. And he's running, trying to catch up to Dale Niche in the Apexy Holden. Remember, we got word that Dale Niche will be teaming up with Corey Preston in the Premier Series. And so that's good to see. Also, really happy to see a new SDC Motorsport driver right now. Got some pressure. That's Isaac de Figueiredo. He's currently in the 16th position, Kane, in the 20 car. And that yellow and white Sim Pit Falcon looks really good and one of the newer members added to the SDC Motorsports empire.
Yeah, Isaac definitely a driver that I would figure to be a great addition to the SDC team, as we've raced with Isaac for, shoot, it's been well over a year now since we've raced with him in private hosted sessions, and just a good, clean driver.
It's got all kind of pressure right now from Dale Niche in the apex. Dale Niche finds the inside line. He doesn't find the speed needed to get around. He's going to wait for another opportunity to present itself, and it could very well be on this next hairpin. He's not going to have the inside. He's going to try to make it work on the outside, and I don't think that's going to work for him. And right now it does not work. So we'll keep a close eye on it as they continue to battle for position. And Dale Niche very racy and really, really trying to make Isaac de Figueiredo do something that maybe he may not want to cause a slip-up. That is the battle for 15th place as we look through the field at some other battles. A really good three-car battle going on for 11th position. That's Sanjan Delilac. And Sanjan looking really good right now as he is currently in the Rexona men holding it down. And then right behind him, it is Kimmy's Rural Racing, Caleb Jordan's holding. And behind him, it is in the GTI, Ford Falcon, Max Wilton in 13th. Boy, I got such a cool camera set on this track. I'm pretty sure it's the same one you got. It has the actual V8 Supercars 2012 camera pack on it, and it just looks like TV. It's really cool looking.
I could switch over to that camera pack. I didn't have time before we started here to switch over, but I should definitely do that.
Oh, shouldn't have probably even brought it up. I just noticed it. It was really cool. I was like, man, these cameras look awesome. And then I realized that they had a set on them for the V8 Supercar 2012 pack. Really neat. I'm not in my normal broadcast room, so everything feels a little weird. I don't have my normal monitor that's really big, so I'm having to use some different camera angles to get closer views of the cars. There's a good battle going on up here with Marlon McMullen. He's up in 7th right now in the Red Bull, holding behind him, Kane, in that Veloci, or I think it's Veloci, maybe Veloci. But we'll call it the Veloci, or we'll call it the Veloci. It sounds cooler for now until I find out what it really is. We'll call it the Sim Spec. How about that? The Sim Spec Ford Falcon of Jason Dixon, and he had a really good run on the point leader, Marlon McMullen. He's staying right in contention here, as both of those cars would love to catch up and get another slot. They're looking at Marty Carroll up there in the 8 car. He's in 6th position right now. And I tell you what, Kane, they may be gaining on him pretty slowly but surely. They are gaining on Marty Carroll here. So Marty has really got to defend his spot here. They are there. Marlon McMullen looking and knocking on the door of 6th place. Marlon McMullen this is why he is the point leader. He has been doing this all season long, Kane, and he continues to put on the pressure. Great job from Marty Carroll on the exit of the turn. That's going to add about another car length in between the two cars, and that really helps.
Yeah, with Marlon being admittedly not that good here at Phillip Island, if I were Marty, I would definitely want to try my best to stay out in front, because it may not take long for Marlon to wear his tires out, and he might be driving a little harder than he's used to. He might get through those tires and start losing some lap time, and Marty will be able to pull away from him. But definitely, my plan, if I was Marty, would be to just try my best to stay out in front.
It's a very good point, Kane. And I think Marty probably has that running through his head. You would at least think so, anyhow.
Well, I know that Marty's watching the broadcast, so it's in his head now.
How about up front? Really good job from our leader, Ian Ford, here on lap 9 at 24. He is all by himself at the moment. No pressure at the moment. He's got a nice lap, but the battle for second could be heating up sooner than later, as Tony Ottridge has company. It is the Jack Daniels Holden of Bo Cubis. And we know Bo in the past has been very, very good at this track. We've seen him win several races here in the past. And Bo Cubis in his new Jack Daniels Holden in the number 1 car, really, really close to making this battle work. Oh, I love it, Kane. It's a classic Ford Holden battle, and it's a really, really good. I'm telling you what, I'm actually really proud of the way Tony Ottridge is composing himself right now. Here's another shot, a great shot as they come down. It's almost like a dipper. Reminds me of, it's just a really big drop. It almost reminds me of the corkscrew at Mazda Laguna Seca. Not quite as dramatic, but it is a steep little drop off there. But a wonderful job from Tony Ottridge on the drive off out of that section.
Yeah, that last turn there is definitely a complicated turn to get the, you want to go hammer down, but it's just enough turn there that it keeps you from doing so without you losing grip on your tires. And it's
exactly.
Just to find the right amount of speed through that last turn is very difficult.
A good example of that, it was a little earlier, Michael Fulcher hammered down on the exit, got a little bit too much on, and we saw him go into the grass there, kick up dust, and it cost him a small amount of time. But still, it's very easy to do. He's lucky that he... Oh, here we go. A good job right here. We're bumper to bumper, literally almost contact made in the battle for second as this battle continues to heat up. And I tell you what, Tony Ottridge did a wonderful job right now of holding the race line and not letting that Jack Daniels car look at the inside. He shut the door when the opportunity was there. So I tell you what, Tony Ottridge, a hard guy to pass, and I don't even need to say that. That's really stating the obvious because he is something else. And week after week, Tony Ottridge is almost a permanent fixture in this top 5. Here we go, another look right now on the inside from the Jack Daniels Holden. And he is looking for a pass, but nothing's there. Bo Cubis stays right on him. There you see him coming around the final turn now as they head down. The start-finish line is right there. They'll cross it to start lap number 11. And you got to give credit for Bo Cubis for trying. He really put a lot of pressure on the second-place driver, Tony Ottridge. Just couldn't get the job done for now, but he'll reboot and try again.
Coming down the front stretch, we've got Marlon McMullen. We got a 3-car bumper-to-bumper race going on down here. It looks like it's Jason Dixon, Marlon McMullen, and Michael Fulcher, all 3 really racing hard for this 7th position.
And I'll tell you what, Marlon McMullen had contact in the rear from Michael Fulcher there. And this is a great job from Jason Dixon. This was a 3-car battle long ago, Kane. And Jason Dixon was the car 2 positions back. He was actually, oh, we got a car spinning around. It's Michael Fulcher. And in a dangerous spot, he needs to get off the track. He does so in a hurry. And thankfully, he gets off and out of the way. Here comes traffic, though. He's got to be careful. And what's so terrible is he's going to have to let these cars by. He does find a spot in. He is going to file in back in 12th position behind Caleb Jordan. And that is a tough position. He'll actually be in 11th now as the others will slide forward. So Michael Fulcher now in 11th, and that is so tough for him to fall back after that. Oh, just a brief little contact was all it took. The car went around and there was nothing he could do. He did a really good job of getting the car out of the way and out of harm's way.
The next battle is going to be with Sanjin Delalic and Isaac DeFigueiredo for that 14th position. Sanjin all over the bumper of Isaac DeFigueiredo. We haven't seen Sanjin here in the top split for quite some time. It's great to see Sanjin back, as well as Isaac DeFigueiredo, a couple names we haven't seen for a while, with several of the drivers not racing this weekend. Go ahead.
Be careful, Bo Cubis while working the inside right now. He's got the pass completed, and it looks like Tony Ottridge just going to let him go by. Contact was almost made there, and instead of both cars getting into trouble, Tony Ottridge will secede the position and allow that Jack Daniels Holden of Bo Cubis to get by for second place. Let's see if Tony can fight back to catch second. I don't know if he'll be able to. It will be very interesting to see if he's able to get that second position back. Boy, a scary moment for both cars, Kane. I really thought one of them was about to get spun around as they were just so close. They made a slight contact, it looked like. And just a good job by Bo Kubist. He was already there, nothing he could do, so he went ahead and capitalized on it.
And during all that action, Sanjin did manage to get around Isaac de Figueiredo and took over that 14th spot. So he'll look to try to reel in Dale Niche now that's in the 13th position. He's about 6 seconds ahead of Sanjin.
Yeah, this is bad news right now for Tony Attridge, as he is allowing Bo Kubist to start to ride away with this second position. He's still in the picture, but what was just a half a car length lead is now about a 3.5, 4 car length lead, and Bo Kubist really starting to drive away. And we look at the lap times from him and our leader. He's not far off from our leader at all. Ian Ford, a 132 on his last lap, 134 for Bo Kubist, and they are definitely in striking distance. He is in that rear view mirror of the number 5 Maverick Holden. Ian Ford has led all 13 laps this point, and I tell you what, there's still plenty of time for Bo Kubist to get up there and make things worrisome for the leader. Boy, poor Jim Davies got a lot of damage on the number 17 machine. I tell you what, his Holden's in trouble right now. He's missing the hood, and looking at his last lap time, it may not be too bad, but it's definitely affecting his, the car somewhat. It's got to be kind of a battle just to keep that thing straight.
I do want to tell you, I did bring up the lap times for Ian Ford and Bo Kubist. For some reason, my tongue always goes in a knot when I try to say his last name. But lap times for Ian Ford and Bo Kubist on the screen, and you were right; those lap times are pretty darn close. Lap 9 was just off by 1/10 of a second. Lap 10, 0.5 of a second. Lap 11, oh, geez.
We got a battle for 17th. Like no tomorrow. What a job by John Mifsud, and he was at it as Jeff Gotchi was right there, and he was literally about to pass him, and the Maverick Weldon Holden is able to hang on to 17th place for at least one more lap, and these guys will continue to battle all the way back here in 17th place. Here he comes again. Here comes Jeff Gotchi. He's really looking for this pass. He wants to get ahead of this Maverick Weldon Holden and continue onward. And a great job right there from John to shut the door and not allow that to happen. In the inner strength, Holden right now, Rory Windrum is in the number 18 car. Got the Canadian flag on the hood. And the inner strength products Holden, Rory Windrum currently in 16th. He's looking ahead to Isaac de Figueiredo. And, of course, ahead of him, Sanjin Delilac. Sanjin has ended that battle between him and Isaac as they were battling earlier. And right now, Sanjin Delilac has some good pace. Dale Niche is in the 13th spot. 12th goes to Max Wilson in the GTI Ford. Looking ahead again where next battle is for 11th and is for 10th. In 11th, it's Michael Fulcher. Ahead of him, Caleb Jordan. A great battle right there. That is for a top 10 spot. They're going to go side by side all the way down to the start-finish line. And it will be Michael Fulcher who will regain 10th place. A beautiful pass as he gets around the Kimmy's Rural Fencing Holden of Caleb Jordan. A great run right there from Michael Fulcher in the Sim Pit Ford. And we look ahead to the next position up in 9th. It's Sam Collins. He's looking to the inside of... Oh, no, the point leader. Good save as Marlon McMullen will lose 8th. Now he goes to the inside. They're going side by side. The inside will be against Marlon, and Sam Collins will retake the position again. So back and forth, the battle for 8th continues, and right now Sam Collins holds 8th place. Here comes Marlon McMullen on the rebound as they come. He used a lot of that inside curb, and that got the car a little upset, so he was not able to try to make a move. He'll have to do it again up here. He tries to get a good run on Sam Collins in the number 10 Holden. And here you see they're going down this abrupt downhill section. And now getting ready to come across the final turn here. A big opportunity for Marlon McMullen if he can use this part to his advantage. Good run from Sam Collins, though. All right, so Sam Collins officially in 8th position as we look ahead and continue the rundown. In 7th place, Jason Dixon, I guess you call it a run up. Marty Carroll is in 6th place. We look ahead to 5th is where Nigel Baines runs. 4th place belongs to Michael Cracknell. In 3rd place, it's Tony Autrich. 2nd place, Bo Cubis. And he is, ladies and gentlemen, catching up slowly but surely to our leader, Ian Ford. Less than 10 laps to go in this one. We're on lap number 16 of 23. So this race moving along in a hurry in our sprint run here.
Bo Cubis definitely turning a little bit faster laps. This 3rd lap in a row going just a touch faster than Ian Ford, so it's a good chance we'll see him catch Ian Ford by the time these 8 laps are up.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kane. I think he will get up there. It's just going to be fun to see what happens when he does get up there. Ian's going to make it tough to get around. Our leader does cross the start-finish line as we officially start lap number 17 of 23.
I do want to mention Jim Davey, a bunch of damage to the front of his car. He finds himself at the back of the pack now with a bunch of damage to the car. Not sure what happened to Jim Davey, but that's definitely a tough break.
Oh, yeah, man. I thought you saw that earlier when I was talking about it. Yeah, it was bad. I didn't know what happened. I was talking about how hard it was for him to probably control the car. But
that's what you were talking about. I did hear you talking about
Yeah.
that, but I was looking at something and I wasn't paying much attention to what you were saying. But
No,
I did hear you
that's
say
fine.
something about somebody's car being damaged. Okay.
No, I was just saying, I bet he's having a time driving it, but he's hanging in there and he's trying to run down John Mifsud right now. And that's the battle for 19th. So we'll see. Of course, John had just passed Jim Davey just a second ago. That's actually Jim trying to get a rebound and regain that position. It's just got to be extremely hard with the car.
Yeah, I was watching as he went through that turn, watching the steering wheel and stuff, and the amount of steering that he had to use just to get through the turn was a lot.
Trouble,
Now John's
Kane.
off.
We got a car off. Yeah, John Mifsud's off the track and slowly regaining. He'll lose tons of time, and that is unfortunate as he was able to pass Jim Davey, but Jim able to gain it right back with the slip up there. And that should be safe for Jim if he continues his current pace. There's not that much time left, so a tough break there from John Mifsud, who ran off the track. No damage to the car. The Maverick Weldon Holden is back on the track, but the damage has already been done.
Next closest battle on the track is for 12th place. Max Wilsden leads Dale Niche for the moment. Dale definitely putting a lot of pressure on the bumper of Max, so we're going to see a big battle here.
There's
With 6
another
laps to
good
go.
one going to take place for 4th in a moment as Michael Cracknell has Nigel Baines, and Nigel just turned on the afterburner a minute ago and just kind of closed up this gap. It was pretty big, and here he is, guys, right there on him. He's only at a car length. We got several good battles on the track starting to reform here near the end. Yeah, look at Max Wilsden. Yeah, and him and Del Niche, I do have a good battle, as like Kane just said, for 12th place. There was another good one with Marlon McMullen and Sam Collins. They're still within striking range. Marlon's still there with Sam. Here it is. Good run. Here's Nigel Baines. He has caught Michael Cracknell. And the battle for 4th place is on, and it's between two teammates. And both Sim Pit Holdens are pushing everything they have. And it's awesome when you see old Crackers and old Bainesy going at it. All right, guys, lap 19 of 23. Ian Ford does have the lead, and as Kane said, it looks like we will see Bo Cubis catch him. Bo's going to have to turn up the heat here. He did have a faster lap time than Ian, And but you got to wonder, it's not a huge difference, but will it be enough? We're already on lap 19. Trouble. I thought we had trouble. It's okay. Just the 2 left tires got off the road there from Bo. He's okay. I don't even think he lost any time. No, he did, and I think he's okay. And he still continues onward as he tries to run down leader Ian Ford. For those of you that may have just joined us, I'm going to throw a plug in real quick. It's been all Ian Ford this entire 19 laps, and we have 23 to go. I do want to throw in an advertisement real quick. If you guys get a chance and you'd like to hear a great new podcast, Kane and myself have just started the new All Jacked Up show. All you have to do to go check that out is go to alljackedupradio.com and check it out, listen to it. It's a real-world NASCAR podcast, and we'd love for you guys to check it out and give us your feedback. That's alljackedupradio.com. J-A-K-D is how you spell jacked. All right, here it is, Kane. It is the start of lap 20 of 23, buddy. Things are about to get good.
Yeah, Bo's got it down to just about a second now as he tries to chase down Ian Ford. He's right at the second mark with 4 laps to go. I think we're going to see Bo at least catch up to Ian Ford now. Catching him and getting around him with only 4 laps to go, that's definitely a big question.
Big save from Max Wilston right there in the back of the car. Little contact from Dale Nish, and the car got really loose. And now they're going to go side by side down towards the start-finish line, and there's traffic. There's something wrong with the, oh man, what's wrong with that car? Something's wrong with Victor Tanaka. His car lost a lot of speed. That is not his normal race pace there, Kane, and he'll lose 2 positions.
Yeah, Victor's a lap down now, just getting lapped by those guys. That will put him a lap down. So Victor definitely off pace here today.
Man, that was a scary moment as in front of him, Dale Nish and Max Wilson went side by side, and Dale Nish had nowhere to go, and Dale just really got loose going through there that time as well. Some of the cars starting to look slippery late in the race, Kane.
Yeah, we heard the track was struggling for grip this week, and it looked pretty good to start off the race, but definitely toward the latter part of this race, it's definitely looking slippery.
Oh man, here it is. Bo Cubis has got to be thinking it's time. It's now or never. It's lap 21 of 23 as the cars go through turn 2, now 3, and Ian Ford's lead continues to fall. He is now within 3 car lengths, and this Jack Daniels Holden is running down this Maverick Weldon Holden. It's just a great battle that it's so close, but yet so far away.
Woo, Bo ran it in real deep. He's drifting around the corner trying to catch up to Ian Ford. That's going to cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, big break right there for Ian Ford as a slip up from Bo Cubis. Now Bo's going to have to put it in overdrive to make it happen. And it still can happen, but he's going to have to maybe hope from a little bit of help from the leader, Ian Ford. I'm going to go back and check on the Michael Cracknell and Nigel Baines battle. That is for 4th place. And those guys are still about at the same distance they've been at for about the majority of the race. In fact, Nigel Baines has kind of fallen off a little bit. He's still within possibility, the realm of possibility of making a pass up into this 4th position. But he's really going to have to turn on the afterburner if he wants to catch this Michael Cracknell guy.
Closest battle on the track right now is with Isaac DeFigueiredo and Rory Windham.
Rory Windham. That's a fun name to say.
Yes,
Rory
several
Windham.
tongue twisters here tonight. But Isaac definitely doing his best to run down Rory.
White flag will be out this time by for leader Ian Ford as he is on lap 22 of 23. Isaac DeFigueiredo and Rory Windham. Who will win out of those two?
We've got 3 battles on the track now with about that under a second gap. Marlon McMullen, Sam Collins is one of those battles. Nigel Baines and Michael Cracknell is another one. And then, of course, the Roy Wyndham, Isaac de Figueiredo battle.
Up in the front right now, Ian Ford has got to be feeling the pressure. He's got everything in his hands. It's his race to win. Bo Kubis giving it everything she's got, trying to get up there and match the pace, or excuse me, get ahead of the pace of Ian Ford to make up there and have a run at this win. But here we are, guys. The checkered flag will be waving. It's the white flag out, and we're going to be heading to our final lap here at our Phillip Island circuit. Here it is, the final run for Ian Ford. Will he hang on to win this one, or will we see a miracle lap from Bo Kubis in the Jack Daniels Holden? Time will tell as the cars round through turn 3, and we got a great race on our hands. In fact, Bo Kubis is in still a realm of possibility. He could make this thing happen. Oh, it's great after 23 laps when you still have a good race for the win, and it's still anybody's race. I mean, at any time, something can go really right or really wrong for somebody. And I tell you what, Bo Kubis starting to inch ever closer. He may have a chance if he can get up there in a hurry, but he's got to get up there and at least give him something, some kind of pressure. All right, guys, here it is, final couple turns. He's only got it right here. This big left-hander, all she's got to do is hang on to the road, and it looks like it's all going to be safe, and it's all over but the crying, and it's going to be a win for Ian Ford here at Phillip Island. What a run from him and Bo Kubis. Fantastic 1-2 finish, and we look back for our third-place finish, a great run from Tony Ottridge in the TTR Ford Falcon. Michael Cracknell will finish ahead of Nigel Baines, and that'll round out your top 5. As we look back for the 6th place card, that is Marty Carroll in the number 8 Sim Pit Ford Falcon. Behind him, it is going to be Sam Collins, who will come across in 8th. Now Marlon McMullen will finish in the 9th position. As we look to round out that top 10 cars, it is Michael Fulcher. Caleb Jordan will come across in 11th. But now we watch in the Apexy Holden, it will be Dale Nish who will come across in 12th, 13th, Max Wilston. Sanjin Delilik should come across. A good race to the end right here in 14th. Sanjin Delilik. Rory Windrum will finish in 15th. 16th goes to Isaac de Figueiredo. Jeff Gauci will finish in 17th. Greg Sharp, 18th. 19th goes to Jim Davey. And a great job from Jim to wheel that broken car home. And then we look back to Victor Tanaka, who will finish in 20th, one lap down, and then John Mifsud in in 19th, in the 19 car, he'll finish 24. Oh my goodness, let me try that again. How about John Mifsud will finish in the 21st place, 6 laps down, and he's in the 19 car. I had too many numbers going on right there, pal. But what a job. Congratulations to race winner. That was an unbelievable job right there from our winner, Ian Ford. He really put on a big show. That was an awesome run from Ian Ford. He really put on an awesome race.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic run. Bo almost caught him after... he didn't even get to start the run till 8 laps to go to start trying to catch up to him, so he made quite a gain for 8 laps.
He really did, man. Bo put on a good show. I mean, he had to work and try to get around Tony Ottridge, remember, at the beginning of the race. And Tony had an awesome run. Big start. Bo Kubis, he started the race on the 2nd spot. But remember, Bo fell back. He fell back to about 5th or 6th place and had to work his way up there. So Bo had a lot to overcome. If he would have got a good start, who knows what could have happened. In fact, I believe we would have seen him and Ian Ford battle it out for this entire 23 laps. Still an unbelievably entertaining race, and as always, Phillip Island never seems to disappoint. It always is a great race, no matter what. And I was told that passing was going to be difficult here today, and that proved to be true. One more time, we'll run through the final results real quick. I'll fly through them this time. And your winner today, Ian Ford. Second place went to Bo Cubis, and the final spot on the podium goes to Tony Ottridge. Michael Cracknell, fourth. Fifth, Nigel Baines. Sixth, Marty Carroll. 7, Jason Dixon. Eighth goes to Sam Collins. Ninth, Marlon McMullen. Michael Fulcher rounds out the top 10. Caleb Jordan, 11th. 12th, Dale Niche. Max Wilston, 13th. Rory Windrum, 14th, while 15th is Sanjin Delilac. 16th went to Isaac de Figueiredo, who's great to see back here on the track. Jeff Gauci will finish 17th. Greg Sharp, 18th. Jim Davey, 19th. Victor Tanaka will finish 20th. 21st went to John Mifsud. And what a fantastic job by this 21-car field. Really a good race considering no major wrecks. Pretty good race out there. And we had several battles that lasted the entire 23 laps out there. Really good performances out there from Nigel Baines and Michael Cracknell, as those two battled it out for the majority of the race. And it ended up being Michael Cracknell and finishing in fourth. And, of course, Nigel Baines in fifth. That was a big battle. We also got to see a good battle tonight from Sanjin Delilac and Rory Windrum. They battled out for a good part of the race. And so we had several good battles on the track. I feel like we would have had a really, really big battle all race long between Ian Ford and Bo Cubis. They had very similar pace throughout the race. But the thing with Bo was he started out with such a rough start. It really, in a short race like this, it makes it almost impossible to bounce back. Well, it's about that time to get ready to bring some guys in for some post-race interviews. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off the Get Dirty MX post-race show officially. And I guess we'll go ahead and have a word with Jim Davey. Jim, how's it going?
Oh, it's all right. How you doing?
Doing great, my friend. Just got done watching 23 laps at Phillip Island. And I guess since we got a chance to see you out on the track today, tell us about your run.
Not much to say about it. It was pretty awful. Just saying, I mean, an hour before the race, my pedals were apart on my desk because they weren't working. So I've had 0 practice this week. So I was going on experience alone and some help with the setup from someone else. But I was just trying to cruise around, give some people some courtesy. They don't return the favor. Then they try to say that I did it to myself, even though I don't know what they wanted me to do different, but it is what it is. So it's my last V8 race, and at least it was at a fun track.
It is a fun track, and I hate that it's your last V8 race, but maybe some time off will do you some good. I know sometimes just stepping away for a little while, don't make it too long, Jim. Just just a short break, and that way it just kind of refreshes everything and kind of make you come back with that sense of newness like you had when you first jumped in the car, and it'll make you just really attack it, and hopefully that'll do some good. Sometimes a change of scenery is all a driver needs, and I'm hoping that's the case, buddy. I'm sure it is, and we'll be so happy when you return.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll be back. It just going away for work, so it's not a whole lot I can do about it. So
absolutely, man, absolutely. Well, hang tight. As always, we'll have some more to talk about with you here shortly. But always a pleasure to have you here. Let's go ahead and bring in the race winner, Ian Ford.
I thought back to end up.
Ian, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, pretty bloody awesome now, guys.
I would like to say so, man. 23 laps and a complete domination from Ian Ford. What a fantastic run from the pole, and takes the victory.
That was an impressive drive. No incidents, no real big mistakes. I just put my head down and went for it as soon as Bo got a bad start.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. Not saying that's why you won, but it was definitely you got off to a big start. Bo was unfortunate for him, was not able to get off to a good start. and it allowed you to get out there and run your race. And once you did, man, you ran it flawlessly. It was beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Well,
So-
man, yeah, tell me about what it was like in preparation for this week. I know this is a track that every V8 driver loves, and pretty much let's say almost all of them.
It's a weird track because even though it's so flat, it's high speed, flowing, everything that a driver really wants. And I did the OSR race the other night and pretty much dominated it. And once I did that, it's like I thought I had a good setup for the weekend. I've changed it a little bit today and, just put my head down, hit my marks, and just went as fast as I humanly could to try and build a gap because I knew once Bo cleared traffic, no doubt he'd slowly reel me in a couple of tenths at a time. And as we saw, it ended up being a very, very close finish. And I'm pretty fortunate that he locked up in the hairpin. Otherwise, it would have been extremely intense for the last couple of laps.
Oh, absolutely, man. It was really fun, and I believe that this is your first win. I know this season on the broadcast show.
That's it. I still haven't got the Monday night win, but now I've got the Saturday win, so I can go drinking now and celebrate until Monday.
That's right.
As good as you're looking here this week, I'd say you definitely got a chance come Monday.
Just got to tune some slight understeer out of the car that came in at the end there, which stopped me from being able to really attack the track as much as I wanted. But once that's sorted out, it is going to be a weapon come Monday night. And plus, we've still got the Premier Series on Sunday night, so we've got a good setup ready for Road America.
Absolutely. And with that, we want to wish you the best of luck in the Premier Series, buddy. Premier Series, everybody's really excited about that. And so, man, hope you have another similar result.
Thank you. I'll also be doing the Daytona 500, so hopefully I get a lot of wins this weekend.
Absolutely, man. Wish you the best of luck in the 500 as well. That's an awesome race, man. We covered it on Tuesday night, and boy, we really enjoyed that one too. So, yeah, we wish you the best in all your races coming up, man. It's a lot of seat time, and it does well.
Oh, thanks, boys. I'll be running the Maverick World and Colour Scheme on absolutely every car, so hopefully we get a lot of wins for the sponsor, and hope you guys do well over the rest of the weekend too, and take it easy.
Absolutely, man. Hang tight with us, Ian, as we got things to talk about and some things we want to tell you guys. So hang with us for a minute. Next, we'll bring in the guy that was trying to run you down, Bo Cubis. Bo, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How you guys going?
Fantastic, buddy. And tell us about that start.
Well, as you can see, it looked like I was just going down to do some grocery shopping.
Yeah, it was just one of those starts, man. Was it just I don't know what happened. I mean, what was it? The spin the tires, contact, or?
I was trying to get the best start possible by I was just trying to minimise wheel spin, and I just went too far.
And it's easy to do in this car, and it happens once in a while. No matter how good a driver is, one out of every 1,000 starts, that it's going to happen, and just happened to be today.
Yeah, bloody. It was a case of poor reaction time to start, probably about half a second behind all the rest of the guys, and then no wheel spin whatsoever, and just slowly drove away. But
well, let's talk about what happened after the start. Yeah, you had a rough start, but after that, a beautiful drive. And drive all the way to second place finish, which really I would have liked to have seen you get off to a good start. That's what I was talking with Kane. If you and Ian had a good start from the beginning, y'all had very similar paces today. You two would have had a battle for the entire race for that win. That would have been something else.
Yeah, it would have been good to have a bit of a battle, but it was all good fun at the same time. Racing those other three guys was a bit of fun, so yeah, I'm happy.
Absolutely, man. It was definitely a privilege and to watch you, and I thought you did a really good job working your way up through the field. Had to get around a very fast Tony Autridge too, so really good run after the slip at the beginning.
Thanks, JD. I must say, congrats to Ian as well. You done well.
Yeah, he had a wonderful, wonderful run, and he deserves a big congratulations, man. It's a big win. All right. Well, thanks for having a word with us, Bo. Hang tight. Like I said, we got some things we wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. That'd be pretty cool. So be great. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and bring in. Let's see, who should we bring in next? I guess we'll go ahead and bring in Michael Cracknell. I believe he was next on the list. So without further ado, let's bring in Michael Cracknell. Michael, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How are you, sir?
Good, thanks, Chad. Hey, Kane, how you guys going?
Man, we're doing really good tonight, and just got through watching a big race. Of course, you guys put on a good show out there, and you were one of the cars that stayed in a little bit of some traffic for a little while. Had a good battle with Nigel Baines for the most part of the race. How was it from? Is that pretty correct on your end?
Yeah, pretty much. Nigel was pushing me all the way, so it was a lot of pressure he applied to me, but I was able to hold on to it. Didn't have great pace early. Yeah, a couple of shaky laps early on, and let Bo get past. I knew he had speed on me, so no point arguing that too much. But just settled into fourth, and here I am, fourth again.
Absolutely, man. But a top five nonetheless. A job well done. And just keep working at it. And the top 4 and 5s will be top 2 and 3s very soon.
Yeah, with any luck. Yeah, just got to find a bit more pace. But overall, I'm pretty happy. So I think I still had adrenaline going through me from riding in a helicopter this morning. So
Oh,
settled down a bit now.
Yeah, I want to talk about the helicopter ride here in just a minute when we get everybody in here. Yeah, hold that thought. I want to bring that up real shortly. Next up, let's bring in the guy that battled it out with Michael the whole race. Let's bring in Nigel Baines, his teammate, and let's see if I can get him in here for a quick word with us. Oh my goodness, if it'll let me bring him in. All right, there he is. And now we'll welcome Nigel Baines to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. Nigel, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, guys. How are you, Kane, JD?
Man, wonderful, Nigel, and a great race and better performance this week. I thought you did really well out there, and yeah, man, tell me about it.
Once I stopped laughing at Bo's start, it was trying to knuckle down. I knew he'd get back past me there somewhere, and rightly he did. But I thought I had something for crackers, to be honest, and just sort of got back to within about half a second at one point, and then dropped off a little bit, and it was kind of a follow my leader type race, I think. Never really got close enough to have a battle with crackers, and top 3 were gone, and I think Marlon and Marty were busy fighting behind, so yeah, no, good points, finished where we started, so not too bad, I guess.
Not bad at all. I really thought you had a great run, and yeah, top 5, buddy. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, I think, like I say, I got it back to sort of half a second on cracks, and I thought we might have a bit of a fight to the end, but wasn't to be. He upped the pace a little bit and pulled away again, so.
Yeah, man, it's just I thought it was a killer run, and I tell you what, yeah, top 5 in this group. That's saying something, man. This is a lot of talent in this group.
Yep, kept it pointing in the right direction tonight, and on the black stuff, so I'll take it.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And like I said, hang tight. We got to talk about helicopter rides and talk shows. We'll be here in just a second. Hang tight with us, Nigel.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Next up to bat, let's bring in both Nigel Baines and Michael Cracknell's teammate, none other than Marty Carroll, one of the founding members of SDC Motorsports. If I can drag him in here once again, I'm having trouble dragging, folks. There he is. Marty, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How are you tonight, buddy?
I'm great. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, man, what a pleasure to have you here on the show. And a great 6th place run tonight. Tell us a little bit, walk us through the race and from that start all the way until that finish.
Yeah, got a reasonable start there. Started in P6, and Bo got a pretty poor start off the front there. So A couple of boys were able to take advantage of that, and I tucked in behind him and had a pretty exciting battle there with Marlon until he made a mistake around lap 8 or 9, and then it was pretty home and hose from there, really. I just managed to get back to Jason and knew I didn't have the pace to really compete with the guys up front, but had enough pace to be where I was at today. So, no, all in all, brought the old Simpit Falcon home in one piece, and yeah, pretty happy with the result.
Absolutely, man. That's what I like to hear. We're heading to VIR next week. Any thoughts on the race next week?
Oh, big fan. I've missed it on the schedule for a little while, so yeah, definitely looking forward bringing the car of the future to it and see how we can shake it up out there.
Sounds awesome, buddy. We'll be looking for you to do well next week, pal.
No, thank you very much. They're all jacked up. Awesome.
Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, it's actually something I'm going to bring up in just a moment after these last 3 interviews up here, and we're going to talk about some helicopter rides too. It's going to be awesome, man. Hang tight, guys. We've got lots to talk about. All right, without further ado, let's bring in Jason Dixon. Let's have a word with him, and I'm going to try to bring him in. All right, there he is. Jason, hello, and welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show. How are you tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I'm really good tonight. Enjoyed the race, so all in good spirits.
Absolutely, man. It was a different race field tonight. It was a great race out there. Thought all the cars had a good run. The cars looked kind of slippery at first, but really, in all, it was a good run and a great run for you out there. Tell me about it.
Got a good jump off the line, which is unusual for me. Then I ran out of room to go, so I lost a couple of positions. Then for about the next 18 laps, it was just fighting to get past Foch, then Marlon. Then I was trying to catch Marty at the end there, and I just had no tyres left to catch him. I tried, just couldn't keep up with him at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great run. The number 11 Ford Holden. Wow, yeah, like that. The number 11 Ford Falcon, rather, started 8th and worked real hard throughout the race, buddy, and got a 7th place finish. And that is a really outstanding result and something you should be proud of here at a tough track like Phillip Island, where a lot of guys are really, really strong here.
Yeah, I really love the track because I've driven a Falcon around here in real life, so I've got a lot of memories with that every time I jump in the car here. But yeah, I'm happy with my pace and happy with my pace this week and making improvements each week, and that's all I can really ask for.
Well, here's a quick question for you. You've driven the Falcon around Phillip Island in real life. How much does it differ from the sim?
I drove back in 2002, I think it was, a AU with a, believe it or not, a Chev motor in it. And yeah, there was a few bumps that are missing, but I think the track was redone between then and when it was scanned. Apart from that, it's pretty spot on. There's little bumps where you expect them, the braking and the way you brake is the same, so a lot of it's pretty close.
Wow, that's awesome, man. It's going to be cool one day when I've been on the sim and I'm familiar with the track, maybe Road Atlanta or Atlanta Motor Speedway. To be honest, it'll probably be Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'll get to go run it in a stock car before I would get to go to Road Atlanta. But it'd be cool to compare it to the sim like that. I bet it's really neat.
The biggest thing that you miss, though, is the seat of the pants feel that you don't get. That's probably been the hardest thing to overcome, is not having that sort of feelings.
Right, and that's the one thing that we just can't have in the sim, and that's one day in the future, who knows? They may be able to add that somehow, but that's what makes it real in sim. That's the difference.
Yeah, but you've got to learn other ways to simulate that sort of sensation from sound and visual cues. I think that's the hardest thing to learn, especially coming from track racing to this.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, hang on to that thought. I would like to talk a little bit about that once we get done with these interviews. Let me move along now, and thanks for having a word with us. Hang tight. As like I said, we got plenty to talk about. Let's bring in Caleb next for some words with him. And Caleb, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Man, doing wonderful, Caleb. Caleb Jordan, everybody. We drove in the number 14 Holden today and had a really good run out there. Just missed the top 10 finish. He started 11th, worked hard, and finished in 11th. So a great run out there at Phillip Island. Tell us a little bit about your day.
Well, yeah, today was a bit rushy, trying to get the setup to work, try not to get understeer out of turns and just trying to get that consistency of the set. And I did get it at the end, and I did, perform, and I'm happy with my performance, but I put a decent qualifying time this week, which I was stoked about that. And I was just kicking myself because I should have really, as soon as I did that time, I should have concentrated on the race set. So I knew I had a good race set and been able to compete a bit better this week. But in saying that, the top 11 really is a good performance on my part.
Yes, very, very good performance. And hopefully it'll build a little confidence moving ahead.
Yeah, no doubt. To come into the top split and finish 11th among these drivers, you had some drivers that finished behind you, some really great drivers. Mike Fulcher, Del Niche, Sandy Delalic, Isaac DeFigueredo. You finished above a lot of great drivers, so definitely you should definitely leave here with your head held high. That 11th place finish was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself and how I've raced, and with all the help I've been getting this season, it's really made me a better driver, and especially in the V8, for me to come into this not knowing anything about this and getting help, I really appreciate it. And and to be where I am now, I just thinking in a few seasons to come, I might be able to, compete against a lot of guys.
Yeah, you're already competing, buddy. Just keep working at it, and you'll keep moving up the field.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, I'm guessing that there's a lot of guys that are keeping their eye on you. 13 years old, come in here so quickly and start competing as well as you have. I'm pretty sure you're going to be hearing from a lot of top teams in the coming seasons.
Yeah, they'll be knocking on the door for sure. Teams are always looking for new talent, buddy. So, yeah, make the right choice when it comes your way, man.
Yeah, of course, that's not to say anything against the Kim's Rule Fencing team. I mean, I love those guys. I love the car. Fantastic looking car. So, yeah, that's not to say that you need to change teams or anything. Just letting you know that some conversations will probably be coming your way in the next coming seasons.
Well, let's go ahead and move on, guys. We've got everybody in here. And let's talk with Marlon real quick. Marlon, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How are you, sir?
Yeah, not too bad, guys. How about yourselves?
Doing good. Just laughing at the name there beside you, the Phillip Island rookie there. Well, tell me about that, buddy. Not real big on Phillip Island, I understand.
Yeah, I think it's been about 1 or 2 years. It's been one of those tracks which I've never ever got. And all these guys that go around here flying, I'm really jealous of you. Really jealous. So just haven't got it, and yeah, so I went out there again today, and did the best job I could do at the start, and got a few positions, and I had a really awesome stoush with Jason, Marty, and Michael, and all that, and it's really nice to battle these guys around you, but it gets to the point where about halfway in the race where I start losing positions, and yeah, they sort of line up one by one, and they all start taking sort of shots at you, and it's a bit frustrating, but it's always a bit fun. So yeah, happy to finish the race in the top 10, I guess, at Phillip Island, but yeah, looking much more forward to Virginia and Rhode Island.
Yeah. Well, it's over, man. And really, you just had to go in here and make sure you didn't bomb out. And you didn't. You did it well. You got a top 10 out of a track that you have a difficult time with. And that's pretty much what you had to do. And mission accomplished, buddy. Ninth place is very acceptable on a tough track for you. So take this as a plus and move on next week to VIR, where a lot of you guys love that track. I don't know why, but I'm just kidding. It's a lot of people love that track, and it'll be for a great race.
Yeah, we can't wait for the last couple of weeks. It's been a really good season. This one, I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, let's wrap it up in the same sort of fashion, I guess.
I would say so. You've been leading the points, and that makes it really exciting, don't it?
A little bit. It's a little bit stressful. I mean, it's something I don't like talking about till when it's all done and dusted. But I acknowledge the fact that at the moment I've got a bit of a healthy lead, and there's a bit of a responsibility on my shoulders, a bit of a burden. But looking for the next couple of weeks, it'll be really, really, monumentous to me if I could wrap up a third one. Like getting the first two was special, but yeah, just being in the prospect of it now, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good comeback story. I know you had gotten a little frustrated at times when the cars had went through some changes and the driving wasn't on top of its game, but here you are. You worked hard and you're back up here at the top, and it's going to be fun to see how this thing ends for you this season. We wish you the best of luck, Marlon.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Can't wait to wrap it all up.
Fantastic.
And if I can quickly chime in there, buddy, you did an awesome job, Marlon, too, because 12 hours ago, in the middle of the night, he didn't even know if he was going to have a PC to be able to run today. So,
wow.
He's pulled a bit of an all-nighter to get up and running and just to get out on the grid and compete and be part of the show, so for the broadcast. So, excellent job, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. My graphics card was on about 100 degrees Celsius last night, so, near boiling point for water, or it is boiling point for water. So, yeah, dropped it down 30 degrees for today, back to 70, so was able to last without vanishing again like I did last night for the poor souls who saw it. Well, the happy souls.
Fantastic, man, and a great plug-in from Marty. Guys, thank you all so much for coming in for the Get Dirty MX post-race show. One of my favorite times of the entire week, where we get to sit around and you guys can pretty much just talk about whatever and everything we want to. Before we get started, I'm going to throw in one more plug for the new show. For all the listeners out there and for all the drivers in here, make sure you guys, if you haven't done so already, head on over to Facebook and search All Jacked Up, and that's JAKD, All Jacked Up, and like our new Facebook page. Or you can also go to www.alljackedupradio.com, and you can listen to our brand new NASCAR and race talk radio show about real-world racing that Kane and myself have started. We just got through doing our very first episode Tuesday evening and had a very special guest. John Ryan joined us, and it was a very, very entertaining show and a great starting point for our new adventure. And we would love for all of you guys to go check that out, give it a listen. And as always, we adore you guys' feedback. It means the world to us. That's why we get out there and do these shows and things like that, is we really enjoy doing it. It's a great hobby and all that, but we really, really appreciate the feedback, and that's what means the most to us. And so if you guys would go out and just have a listen, and keep in mind it is a first show, but that show will continue to grow over the course of the next while. And we would love at different times, of course, you will be receiving invites probably from us at different times, maybe to come in and join us on the show, whether it's a full-on interview or as a guest, maybe for a certain part of the show or anything like that. So go give it a listen if you like. And like I said, it won't be long. And hopefully before too long, we'll have a number where you can call in, or somehow you guys will be able to come join the show. And as far as just a straight up listener, and you can ask us questions and put us on the spot and be a part of the show. That's really what it's all about. It's a show by the fans for the fans. And I think you guys will really like it. We are primarily a NASCAR show, but however, we do want to add, I call it an auto sports show or all motorsports show, because we are going to cover some Formula One, some IndyCar, and you better believe we're going to cover some V8 Supercar action as well. And we would love to have some guys that that live and breathe in the living nation where the V8 Supercars call home from Australia to get on the show with us and have a talk about what's really going on over there. So be expecting that message from us real soon as the V8 Supercar season gets ready to kick off before too long. And I'm sure we'll be having a couple episodes dedicated strictly to that. So, but anyways, thank you all so much for those of you that already have gone over and liked the page. It means a lot. We've only had the page up for only about 30 hours now, and it's already over 70 likes. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. But let's talk a little bit about some of the action going on. I do want to ask before we go any further. We had heard about this helicopter ride last week. I want to hear about it. How did it go?
It was a brilliant experience. I'd never been in a helicopter before, so yeah, just the way it operates and the way it works, and like I was in the front seat as well. And if you picture a helicopter, the front of it being sort of round, it comes right in underneath your feet almost, so you can actually see out through the bottom of it as well. So yeah, this thing took off from Essendon Airport, which is sort of one of the main airports in Melbourne, and it basically took off, and it did a couple of laps around the city, around the Australian Tennis Centre. The MCG is a lot of people have probably heard of. Yeah, it was brilliant experience. It's probably the best way you could ever see the city.
I was about to say, I bet it was just truly breathtaking views up there. It's just a really cool. I love aviation of all sorts. It's always been kind of a wonder to me. I grew up next to an Air Force base my entire life, and still live by the same one to this day. And so I've always been fascinated with aviation and helicopters and things like that. So what a cool experience. And one day I hope that I get to check out that same experience, because they say it's a lot different than going on like a commercial airline or something like that. When you go on a helicopter ride or an experience like that, it's just a totally different experience.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the only common ground between an aircraft and a helicopter is that you're in the air. Everything else is just a totally different experience. It feels different. It feels like it handles different. Yeah, there's nothing the same apart from the fact you're in the air.
Man, that's awesome. I'm definitely, that's on the bucket list, and definitely want to try that out before too long. But thanks for sharing that with us, Michael. We appreciate that, and like I said, sounds like you really enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if anyone gets the chance, do it. Don't hesitate, because it's one of the best things you'll ever do.
Well, if JD and Kane make it over for the Bathurst 1000 in Australia this year, I'll shout them a chopper flight around Bathurst.
Heck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. That would be the best place in the world to go on a helicopter ride, would it not, boys?
Man, that would be fantastic. Speaking of that, I do want to let everybody know that is, of course, our plans. We want to get over there to visit you guys and to see this epic race at Bathurst so bad. It's definitely on our bucket list. And we have made a website to where we can receive contributions, and maybe all of us as a community or something can get the resources together to make this a reality. You guys can find that webpage at www.bathurstorbust.com. The link is in the description underneath the video here. And yeah, we've made a little webpage there to be able to take donations, and hopefully we got several months here, but to get some funds together, and hopefully we can get some funds together and get over there and visit you guys, meet you guys, make a lot of great video footage, and have a lot of fun.
Is that not the greatest website name for that? Bathurstorbust.com. I mean, that's a great name, Kane. I'm so glad that you're able to get that domain name. It just fits perfect. I mean, it's not a hard name to remember at all. But yeah, guys, that's something we would really want to do. We can't wait to get over there. But anyways, there's some things that are pretty big coming up in the world of sim racing, as you guys are all aware. The brand new season of the Premier League is coming up, and I believe out of all the guys in here, is everybody that's in here running in it this year?
Yeah, I'm running it.
So we got
Marty,
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, most of us I think are running it.
All right, now guys, what time does that start, or when is that starting? So for the viewers out there that would like to try to catch it or watch it, when is that going to start?
Yeah, the actual start time will be in roughly
I
5.5
got it all
hours
out.
from now.
Yeah.
I do
So
got
it is
the
getting-
poster up on the screen. Pre-qualifying will start, and this is of course Australian time, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. yesterday and tonight, I believe.
Yeah, tonight's the last one of the prequel.
Then of
Sweet.
course, at 7 p.m. on the 22nd, 7:10 p.m., the development series race will take place. Then shortly thereafter at 7:50 p.m. will be the official qualifying for the main event, and of course that will be the no escape rule will be in effect. And we noticed last year that really made the series just that much better, having the drivers have to go all the way around after each lap, not being able to just pull over and escape and go back to the garage. It really took the realism level up to that next notch, so that's definitely something that'll be fun to watch. And then of course the main event will start at 8:30 p.m. on the 22nd.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the event. Everyone at SDC Motorsports, if you need a link for the broadcast, you can either go to the SDC Motorsports fan page or to V8's Online on YouTube or the V8's Online website to grab the broadcasts. And definitely for all the international viewers, if they've, you can't make it live, they're definitely exciting races and worth spending the time sitting back and watching it over a cold beer.
Doesn't that sound awesome? It's for those out there, the viewers out there that maybe didn't get a chance to check out the test season that we did. It's amazing. What an amazing job that everybody that puts this on has done. And the racing is top notch. I mean, if you could take what we have here at the V8 Americas and just put it on a bigger scale with more cars, it is amazing. It's go support, especially all the viewers that come and support this show and this broadcast every week. Go support your drivers that you see race each week. That we just mentioned that will be in the Premier Series as well. Go support these guys, and just as you do on this show, it'll be really cool to see how well our America's drivers face against some of the non-America's drivers. Of course, we'll be rooting for our own, so we wish you all the very best. But that's going to be real exciting to watch, especially for some of the viewers out there that keep an eye on you guys each week.
Yeah,
But,
I'm definitely going to be watching all the drivers that we see here week in and week out here in the Americas Series. I will definitely have my eye on those drivers, probably the most. And yeah, last season to watch these races, it was so much fun. The OSR is the guys that organize everything, and they've got so much experience in that, and they do such a great job that this series has really become a staple for the V8 Supercars here on iRacing. And this season, being a full season, I think we're just going to see it get even better and better, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you tune in to watch if you can't watch it live, because it is going to be about 5 o'clock in the morning for us over here in America. Definitely tune in the next day when you get up and watch the rebroadcast or the recording of it, because it is going to be a great race.
Boy, it really is. I'm looking forward to it for sure. I do want to talk about something since we have some of our great Australian friends in here. When does our Clipsal 500 start? That is the opening event of the V8 Supercars this season, correct?
Correct.
And when is that event? Of course, we got the Daytona 500 Sunday, so we're really looking forward to that. We're 2 days away. In fact, the truck race was on tonight, and I just remembered that, and I forgot to DVR it. I'm very upset.
You got 5 days, 18 hours, and 55 minutes to go, JD.
Okay, fantastic. So we are only a few days away from the start of the V8 Supercar season. The NASCAR season is officially underway Sunday. So we're 2 hours away from that. Guys, it is racing season. It's in my blood right now. I hope you guys are as excited as I am about it. And I need somebody that's going to help keep me posted on everything that's going on in the V8 Supercars real world racing over there, so that I can relay that stuff on our show, man. I'm telling you, I am stoked. I wish that there was the race view. I don't know how much it is. I'm going to have to go on the V8 Supercar website and find out how much the race view is for us over here in America for the season.
Well, with all the changes, I'm not for sure that they're still going to do the race view. It'll be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
I know they're making a lot of broadcast changes this year, so I'm not sure how that's going to play with their
splitting
race view.
I think they signed a deal to split the races this year with pay-per-view TV with Fox Sports.
Wow.
So, and then, I'm not sure what the contract has in the fine print for 2016 and beyond, but we're only going to be getting half the events free to air here in Australia, which is a bit of a shame, but it's moving forward into the future, and it's just the way it is, so we'll sort of work around it.
Sounds like exactly opposite of what we're doing with NASCAR. We had been having about a third of the races free to air, and then they would go to the pay-per-view or the cable, not pay-per-view, but the pay channels on cable. And now this year we've moved to all free to air races on the NASCAR circuit, and you guys moved from being all free to air to having to go to the pay channels.
Yeah, unfortunately, I see it as it's sort of like the end of free sport for Australia, watching on television. How much more other entities or other games is this going to go into where we can't, watch our beloved sport events, free of charge? I think it's a little bit far-fetched that we have to pay, so much per month just to watch, something that we love so truly much and dearly.
Well, they already done it with the ball sports, where they only get three free-to-air games a week, and then everything else is all played live on through Fox Sports. So it's a tried and tested method.
I think it's a little different here in America. Our channels are just a part of a cable package, so I don't have to pay for the event. I just pay for the channel as a package, which, if you already have cable...
Same.
Okay, so it is the same. So it's just on, like, a channel that it's not a free channel. As long as you pay for cable, then you get that channel, correct?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, well, that's understandable. So it's not like you're...
free to air for us poor people that
okay.
want to be Scrooges and not give money out to...
Well, if you guys are anything like me, you invest most of your money in the internet and leave the TV off.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's
the
way it's sort of heading.
It's going to make it really difficult, next year, as you guys have said, it's going to be really hard, it's sitting on Facebook, there's a race going on somewhere in the world in the land of V8s, and then all of a sudden you see all these results posted on, Facebook, and then the next day when the telecast is actually available for us, is when we can see it. What's the point of us even watching it? So, to me, I understand they're making a lot of money out of all this deal, but they're also losing a lot of, the public audience and interest, so.
Well, they should have learned from Bernie Ecclestone when he split up the commercial rights for the Formula One between Sky and the BBC or whatever, with the one station was broadcasting half the races and one station was doing the other half, and it didn't seem to really work over there.
It's
But,
very disappointing, yeah.
Well, that's
the
the way
diehard fans
NASCAR's
will
been
always
for the
come,
last
but they
5 years, and finally it's reversed back to going to all free to air. So if they're following the course of NASCAR, where NASCAR did switch between 3 different broadcasters throughout the season, and now we're seeing the V8 Supercars follow that trend. Hopefully it won't last long and they follow NASCAR's path to get back to all free to air races.
I'll just be happy with live streamed races on the internet. You know, it's something that we don't really have readily available in Australia compared to other parts of the world. And you know, watching sports online is awesome. You know, compared to watching it on the TV, it's sort of in the past now, I guess.
Well, another thing, guys, is about NASCAR. Last year, you know, used to, you could flood YouTube and find different full races, NASCAR races, and you could watch them for about a week. And then NASCAR, of course, they would find them and take them down. But NASCAR, I guess they just got tired of doing that. And now NASCAR posts their races about 2 days after the race, and they show it in its entirety in full HD with no commercials. It's incredible. Like, I couldn't believe that NASCAR would do that, but they did it last year, and apparently it was a huge success, so they continue to do it.
Oh, I can imagine, you know, like it's always there, so they can always watch it non-stop, you know. You only get to watch a broadcast for 2 hours, and then that's the end of it, you know. It's gone forever in the past.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's better NASCAR broadcasting it than people trying to broadcast it off their own bat. NASCAR do a lot better out of that, and they get an audience through that as well. So really, they get 2 audiences: audience that may not be able to watch it live, and there's the audience that can actually watch it through YouTube.
Yeah, it's really, really neat that you can do that. Like, I wish that the V8 Supercars would do that, or any. Like, I was just looking online while you guys were talking for the V8 Super View, and I don't even see it. I don't even think they have it anymore.
I think that's terminated, that package. I think it was under the old Big Pond thingy or whatever it was.
Yeah,
thing.
and I hate that. I mean, I really and truly hate that, because that's how I got to watch any V8 Supercar action. Now I guess I can't see anything.
Well, 2 seasons ago they did upload after, maybe a week after the race, they would upload the race onto their Facebook page, and I watched an entire season that way. And then I think the last 2 seasons they had the race view, and so they didn't offer that. But now maybe if the race view's gone, maybe they will upload the races after they're over, especially since they're moving some of the races over to pay TV.
It was a good streaming package as well. Like, for the time that was available compared to some of the F1 streams I've watched, the V8 guys had it really hooked up last year. It was an incredible package to buy and watch, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Formula One is great because I get it on cable over here. And I may come on at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, but I can just DVR it and watch it when I wake up. And it's, you know, it's fine. But no matter what, I can't watch V8 Supercars. It's not even offered if I wanted to pay for it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't even watch it at all. So why, you know, what can, and if I was, let's say I'm the president of V8 Supercars and I knew that there was even a chance that there was an audience in America or another country, I would set up something where they could purchase to watch my product. I mean, they're missing out on capital.
That really surprised me that you can't actually get it over there at all, even through cable, because when they advertise the V8s here, they advertise the broadcast, particularly big races like Bathurst, they advertise it to, like, it goes out to like 100 countries or something. So I'm really surprised me that you guys can't actually get the V8s over there at all.
Yeah, it just blows my mind.
Maybe this year with the new broadcast, maybe they'll have it available.
I mean, they've got the Penske team now, so I presume there'll be a bit more American relations in the future, hopefully.
Oh,
maybe
maybe
American
that.
track.
Yeah, see, I'd be surprised that Penske would actually run a car in the V8s without having any sort of broadcast over in the States. Like, he'd want some sort of exposure for his V8 over here, over in America for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it would be made available somehow.
We'll have to shoot an email and maybe to Vern or somebody and see if we can find out where it will be aired over here in the States.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
there'd have to be some way you guys could get it. Like, I mean, America's not exactly a third world country. I mean, it's pretty advanced, and you guys are into your motorsport as much as any other country. So,
Well, I know on
yeah,
some satellite packages they've got TV channels from around the world. They got the BBC and they've got several Australian channels, and so I'm sure on a satellite package that they're available. And maybe now that the only cable that you can get is digital cable that has a lot of those same channels, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it
Fox
is
Sports
available
Australia are
somewhere.
the broadcasters for the V8s now.
Man, I don't know. I want to see it so bad. You know, I remember me telling you guys how much I enjoyed year before last in the off season. As soon as the V8 Supercar season ended, I was able to buy that package for $10, and I could watch every V8 Supercar race in its entirety. And you know, it was fine because they'd already aired, months and months before. But for me, they were like brand new, and it just now I don't even have that option where I can watch it
Gave you
even
something
at
to
a
watch in the off season.
yeah, it gave me, something to watch. It was amazing. I loved it. And now I don't have that option. And when you're not able to watch a product, it's hard to keep your interest up. I mean, yeah, I love V8 Supercars, but man, I don't know anything that's going on in it. I know nothing because I can't watch it. And it just drives me nuts.
Just Skype me and I'll sit my laptop in front of the TV.
There we go. We do something. I
there-
mean,
It's a way around every problem.
If you're watching V8 Supercars right now, you're hearing one of your fans from across the seas is upset with your proposed package. Right here.
that's
actually,
it. We need to put this on our new show, all jacked up. We need to get some Australians on here. We'll get you guys on the show, and
Get Roger Penske on it.
yeah, we'll get Roger Penske on here, and because he knows both sides, he knows the V8 Supercar side, and he knows the NASCAR side, and we can get this thing straightened out.
yeah, it's just makes us feel really fortunate down here. That I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
enjoy,
can't watch it. You guys
enjoy
can't
it.
watch our, yeah, you guys can't watch our premier category at all yet. I mean, Fox
And you
Sports
can
down
you
here.
can watch
We
our
sit, yeah.
you can watch our NASCAR, but we can't
Well,
watch
on
your
free
V8
to air.
Supercars.
And
Yeah,
Formula One
Yeah.
on free to air.
So fair. It's
Yeah.
so fair.
And Fox Sports, we can watch trucks, nationwide, and Sprint Cup, and it's all live.
you got to be kidding.
Nah, all three
They call us
categories are
lucky
live.
country.
And we can't even watch Bathurst on paid TV.
No. And our Australian races, we got to pay to watch them.
Jesus.
Sort of. If you're not paying to watch them at home, you've got to pay to go and watch them at the track. It's
Golly.
just, they're trying to bleed something out of your back pocket. That's for sure.
They're trying to kill us is all it is, man.
Oh, they don't miss you.
They're trying to drive me nuts. That's what it is. They're trying to drive me nuts.
Like I said, for Adelaide, just Skype me and I'll set the laptop up in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And you can watch it live on TV.
Oh man, well, it's like, well, what can you do, really? Honestly and truthfully, what can you do? We can't control them. They can't. They do what they want, and at the end of the day, all we can do is whine about it and hopefully get something done. But that's why Kane and me started this new show. Voice your opinions and get it out. This podcast eventually will be heard by hundreds and then eventually thousands of people that listen to Autosport podcasts. And you get a bunch of fans calling in on the phone, like you guys calling in from around the world. And I promise you that these, when you own a business like auto racing and you have a podcast with thousands of your fans on their voice and their opinions, they will listen. The voices will be heard. And then maybe they'll do something about it. That
Yeah,
actually,
so I guess you just need a bit more of a following of V8s over there. So I mean,
and that is
doing
true.
your show is probably a good way to sort of maybe promote that a little bit.
That's
and
strange
hopefully
because
can sort of spread
You want
out.
to you want to know something though about that's a really good point, Michael. Is yes, we don't have a big following of V8 Supercars. I mean, hell, most people over here have never even heard of it. To be honest, the only way that most people have even heard of it is because of Marcus Ambrose. But they don't even say that he was from V8 Supercars. Most of the time, they just say he's from Australia and that he was from Australian racing. They don't even say V8 Supercars. So most people don't even know and never even heard of it. And the thing is they never will have a fan following in America if they don't air it. They aired, the last time they aired a V8 Supercar race over here, other than when it was in Texas, that one time they raced the Circuit of the Americas, other than the Austin 400, and that was 2 years ago. Other than that, the last time they aired a race was that one Bathurst when Speed TV hosted Bathurst with Darrell Waltrip and Mike Joy and all the NASCAR crew were on there. And that was on Speed TV. Speed TV's not even a network anymore.
Yeah, he's getting fired.
I will say that every person I talk to that is a
I
race
want my
fan,
V8 Supercar racing, man.
Blame the Circuit of the
It's like a
America
true Aussie.
administrators for bloody pushing the V8s aside and running the X Games last year. Otherwise, they would have 2-4 years there. They'd have a following. They would be back on the schedule this year. But
yeah, the X Games screwed the whole thing up. They really, as that one kid said, they really fudged the bucket. I mean, they did. They screwed it up.
Right. They backed up on the fudge bucket.
Yes, they sure did. They backed up the fudged bucket.
but everybody I talk to, anybody that I ever talk to about racing, they love the V8 Supercars. They're not unknown to anybody that I talk to. Everybody knows V8 Supercars, and they love them. They love to watch them when they can. They just say, yeah, I watched those a couple years ago, and those were some great races. But they haven't seen them for a long time.
Thus, the difference between Kansas and Georgia. In Georgia, we are so close to NASCAR country that there is nothing else in the world other than NASCAR. I mean, I've lived in Georgia my whole life, and I've never been to Road Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, the only people that come to Road Atlanta aren't from Georgia. They're from up north, and they come down here on vacation. So, you know, I mean, it's not that bad, but it almost is. I mean, seriously. I mean, how many of you guys know people in your hometown that are on iRacing? Everybody in here right now?
Hi, Mick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a couple.
I don't know a
Mick only lives
single.
about 20, 30 k's from me.
Yeah, I don't know a single.
that.
I don't know a single person in a town that connects to my town that's on iRacing. That's how little racing has to do with my little area that I'm in, other than real world NASCAR.
But NASCAR.
But right, and even
But everyone loves
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
But even NASCAR is not that big here as it is in other places around Georgia. I'm in a American football heaven is what they call. Like my high school won state this year. They won state back to back in 07 and 08. You know, this place lives and breathes college and high school football. And that's cool. That's just what they do. Other places love auto sport. They have tracks and things like that. Like when I lived in South Georgia, there was small asphalt tracks, and they were all into the late models and all that, and they loved racing down there. But when I came back, middle Georgia, oh no, son, oh no. So when I, found iRacing, I was like, oh my gosh, I can get on here and race with people that love racing like I do. What a miracle. I mean, and it's been a miracle. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It doesn't matter where you're from.
That's right. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Even if you can't understand each other's language, there's an unwritten language out on the track.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
So you take him out.
I know, man. Y'all are off the chain, man.
Shake
Well,
and bake, baby, shake and bake.
That's it. It's been a great Get to RDMX post-race show, guys. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. And we always, like I said, it's so awesome to have you guys here each week to hang around and chat with us. And this is pretty. this is pretty much what our podcast is. It's just for NASCAR, and like I said, we don't want it to be only a NASCAR, although we do want it to be primarily a NASCAR podcast, but we do want to have some other forms of racing on there as well, especially V8 Supercars. So in the upcoming weeks to come, don't be surprised, like I said, if we do ask one or two of you at a time, different times, to come join us or to invite you on the show. If you would be interested, that would be awesome. I'm sure we'd be wanting to have you, and so that we can get filled in on what's happening over there in y'all's racing that y'all keep sacred from the rest of the world. But because that's the only way I'm going to find out. So I guess we'll have to have you on the show if we want to find out over here in America. But does anybody have anything that they would like to bring up this week before we close out another wonderful episode of V8's Online Action here?
No, thanks again, JD and Kane. Awesome job. Glad to be back after missing a couple of weeks. But yeah, get out there and Tuesday, Wednesday nights, not sure, all jacked up. Don't miss that new podcast. It's awesome. I've had a look at a few of the pilot, had a listen to a few of the pilot shows, and yeah, definitely don't want to miss it.
Oh man, appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, guys, go check it out, and go check out the website. That Kane did such a good job throwing that together. Like, he made it look like a pro website, man. This guy's awesome.
Thanks to Stefan Nubis for doing the logo.
Yeah, absolutely. Stefan Nubis did an awesome job with the logo. Also, Guto Colvera did an alternate logo for us as well. That they're both on our website right now at alljackedupradio.com. That's all ALLJAKDUP radio.com, and go check that out.
The link is in the description.
Yeah, link will be in the description. There you go. Thanks, Kane. And you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/alljackedupradio. And then it won't be long, might I even say, it won't be long. We'll be on Twitter as well, but I'll have to figure Twitter out myself. I've never even been on Twitter, but I guess these times.
Technology these days.
That's right, man. It's that time. You got to get on Twitter. So sure, we'll be on Twitter sooner or later too. That way, it's another great way that the listeners can give us feedback on the show and things they would like. And like I said, it's a show from fans for the fans. So if you got something that you really want to hear on the show, send us a letter about it or anything, and we will
gotta get
definitely
on Twitter so we can have hashtags.
That's right. Yeah, we are #less. How about that? We got to get some hashtags.
No hashtags, no commercials.
Yeah, right now we don't have a single hashtag. We don't have a commercial. We don't have an ad. And it's cool, man. I like starting out without any sponsors or anything like that. It's kind of cool, I think. And we'll have some for too long, but it's cool not having to stop in the middle of the show for an ad. So it's nothing but good content. You guys come check it out. But that's all from me tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming. A great race tonight. Congratulations again to Ian Ford. What a fantastic run from him tonight. And we'll be back next week, same time, guys, as Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. That's 8 Central. And we'll be back at the same time also. If you can't get enough iRacing action and you want to watch some more of the V8's Online action, we also, Kane and myself, broadcast on Tuesday nights. Make that Wednesday nights. Tuesday nights is our show, All Jacked Up. Wednesday nights at the same time, 9 p.m., 8 Central, is the NASCAR iRacing Series show. And we have some NASCAR action for all you NASCAR fans out there. But until next week, we'll be back as we continue with only 2 weeks left in the 2015 season of the V8's Supercar America's action. And we're going to finish up right now. Come join us next week as we come to you live from Virginia International Raceway. I'm JD Smith, Kane Craft with me tonight. Y'all have a great time. We'll see you next week. Contact free.
Hamilton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.